Hi guys, and welcome to episode 7 of 15 Minute Makeover, the series where we grab a car out of the garage, bring it in and see if we can repair it within 15 minutes. Remember last time we had the Tempest Magnum, we did it to up to 52%, so fairly successful on that one. Today we've got the FMW Panther. As you can see, they're up to 87% we're looking for repairs, and quite a extensive repair list there. Repair all running gears, controls feel loose, loud when accelerating, obviously that's the mufflers there, gearbox, replace all the body parts, and finally end with painting in the factory colours. So what I did there is actually cut out a fair bit of the introduction there just to shorten this video down, otherwise it would have gone over our 15 minute time limit. And yeah, there's no money back guarantees on that 15 minute time limit, but we'll see how we go this time. So as I said, we've started right into our dismantling of those parts. As you can see, there's quite a few parts that are going to need repair straight off the bat. Just trying to get that front knuckle out, taking up that upper suspension arm just so we can get that knuckle out. There we go. Out of tie rods. Come around this other side so we can make a start on these brakes as well. Pop off these brake calipers and brake pads, shoes, and the wheel hub. And take these shockers out so we can get to the inner and outer tie rods. There's your outer and the inner and the steering rack. That steering rack's going to need a fairly extensive repairs as well. Upper suspension arm coming out now, just so we can get to that knuckle C. These rubber bushes, and I need to pop those out as well. There's always rubber bushes that need repairing. I don't know what goes with those rubber bushes, but always go through a lot of those. Oh, what else we got here? Rubber bushes on this side. What was he, 92%? No, he can stay in there. Don't need to fix him up. Come down on the back end now. And all these parts here, we're going to keep those. But obviously we need to get to the rear wheel hub like that. Can't take that real knuckle housing out yet, we just need to take out these suspension arm first. So as I said, a fairly extensive repair on this one. So that's why a lot of the footage I've actually cut out, as I said, just to cut down on the time frame. So having a spin around here now, all these have got to come out, the spring cap and suspension arm. Take out that bushes there just so we can get that rear knuckle housing out. Pop those mufflers out. See all that needs to come out and get repaired up. Taking the last of the wheels off now. Let's see, that might even stay there. You might be able to get to most of these parts without taking that off. Take that rubber bushings out, more rubber bushes that we'll need to repair. Suspension arm. Shock absorber, that needs to come out as well. Rear sway bar, what do we need to take that off? What else do we need to get that sway bar off? Sway bar rear end link. There we go, that's what it was. Spring cap just so we can get to that arm there. Not forgetting that small rubber bushes there. Under the exhaust system. catalytic converters. Always have problems with that. There you go. Words in English not working. That looks to be about it. Take that drive shaft out as we do always so we can get to the gearbox. And that's the 8 bolts for the drive shaft. Need to get a little bit closer obviously. Oh, wrong end. This end, this is where we need to be. Take that starter out. Now the gearbox. Now I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these gearbox parts are shagged. Yep, there we go. Clutch release bearing, clutch pressure plate. They will need to come out. Generally take the flywheel out as well, just for gigs. Yeah, no, the flywheel is going to be fine. Let's see what we've got. Running gear. We've found all those. In and out of tyre rods for the filling loose, repair gearbox faults, found all those, body parts. Just the 3 body parts there will just need replacing. And because there are quite a few parts that need repairing, I've just actually skipped over that. Again, just for the sake of time in this particular build. We're just coming out of all the repairs there. Just looking at the engine, that's going to be fine, the starter's fine, and the shock absorbers are over 87%, so now starts the arduous task of getting them all back in there. Come back in no particular order, but starting with that steering rack's not a bad start, because once your steering rack's in, then you can start with that inner and outer tie rods. The front knuckle in there just so we can get the outer tie rods in. Lower suspension arm, there's the outer tie rod. Nice new parts. Shock absorber as well, nice and new. Springs and the spring absorber cap. Upper suspension arm. Wheel cap, brake pads, caliper, and we should be able to put the wheel straight back on over the top of that. There we go. That should be it for this quarter, by the looks of it there. Okay, let's spin around to this other side and get the rest of this quarter in. Knuckle housing, upper suspension arm. Lower suspension arm as well, generally comes straight after that. Oh, outer tie rod. There we go with the bottom one. Not forgetting about those rubber bushes that I spoke about. A lot easier, just buy a crap ton of those. We go through those quite a lot. Front spring and front spring absorber cap. Going in now. Another rubber bushing. Outer tie rod, make sure he's done up nice and tight. Front wheel hub. And then, as you can see, this is all recorded in real time, so you can see just done quite a few at the moment, just the speed that they're going back in. So that's that quarter done. Just having a quick look around, that looks to be about it. Let's pop these exhaust pipes in while we're here. The catalytic converters, middle mufflers. Oh, can't quite reach those. Come back to those. There we go. Catalytic converters in there. And a good time to start back into this gearbox. As I was saying before, guys, if you want to see something specific in regards to repairs in a Car Mechanic 2015, or you want to see a rebuild, a particular car that you're interested in, just post in the comments below. More than happy to dig it out and repair it up. Just for you to have a look at it. Some nice cars coming out in Car Mechanic 2015 these days, so you're certainly spoiled for choices. Coming back down to the rear here. Another one of those rubber bushes that we got to pop in. Shock absorber going in now. Oh, what have we got there? Rear suspension arm, I think that was. Sway bar. Rear suspension arm. Spring cap. And rear spring. And the cap on top of that. And that should be about it for this quarter. Pop that tyre on and we'll have another look at him. Spin around the other side. Last quarter going in now. Pop that exhaust pipe on now. Oops. There we go, there it is. So as I said, normally the repairs aren't this extensive, but on this particular build, or this particular repair I should say, it was a quite extensive repair, so we're flying through it fairly quickly. The sway bar going in now, rubber bushes, suspension arm, spring cap and spring on top of that, spring cap and spring, there we go, and your absorber cap. Rear drive axle, brake discs, pads and calipers, and the tyre straight over on that, over all those as well. Let's have a look here. All of them except a rubber. I missed a rubber bushing somewhere. Where have I missed that? There's always a rubber busher somewhere. Where's E2? Can't see it there. Is it that one there? What's he at? 5%? Ah, that's what it is. That one there, 5%. We'll just grab one of those fairly quickly. Rubber bushings. That one's there. Get rid of that out of inventory. And pop a brand new straight back in. Have a look at that. That's what it was. Controlling, done that. Loud auxiliary. Repair or replace body parts. So we've got front right door, left tail light, and right headlight. I guarantee I'm going to forget those by the time I get to them. Let's have a look here. Front right door. Left headlight. Was the left headlight, wasn't it? Left tail light, right headlight. There we go. Just pop that out anyway. Let's go over there, just repair that up fairly quickly. Again, we're looking for 87%. At 94, we can stay like that at 94. Let's pop those back in. That's the left one and the right one. These all done and dusted. Let's get these tail lights back in. Oh, and that's my phone ringing. Be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. That's actually my grandma. Turned 95 today, so doing a fantastic effort at 95. So back to our shop, and we're looking at painting it in factory colours. So it's selected by default. Give it a quick spray off with this green. Back to the garage, and let's have a look at the girl now that she's all done up. Running gear, green across the board, which is fantastic. There's in and out of tie rods for the loose feeling controllings. Gearbox faults, body parts are done and factory colours have been painted. All up to 87%, which gives us 6714. Completing the task is 5,200 and change. Bonus for completing, so it gives a total of 15,355. Thank you very much for your company and look forward to it next time.